Hey everyone, what's up? It's John, and listen, are you tired of feeling like you're drowning in to-do lists? Like there's just not enough time in the day to get everything done? Yeah, me too, or at least I used to. We've all been there, right? Stressing over deadlines, pulling all-nighters, surviving on coffee and willpower. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be this way? What if I told you there are actual science-backed ways to hack your brain and make time your bitch? That's what we're diving into today. We're talking 7 proven strategies to escape that overwhelm and become the productivity ninja you were born to be. So smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, because this is about to get good. Okay, let's get real for a second. Have you ever noticed how weekends seem to disappear faster than a pizza at a college party? But then Monday rolls around, you're stuck in a meeting about, I don't even know, TPS reports or whatever, and it feels like time literally stops existing? Yeah, that's not a coincidence. Our brains are weird, guys. See, time isn't linear, not really. It's all about perception. Scientists have actually found that our brains judge the length of an experience based on how many new things happen during that time. Crazy, right? Think about it. On vacation, everything's new, stimulating, exciting. Your brain's like, whoa, this is awesome, log it in the memory bank. But a boring meeting? Your brain's like, yeah, I've seen this one before, file it under boring. Fewer memories, shorter perceived time. Science. So how do we hack this? Simple, we gotta trick our brains into thinking work is more exciting. Easier said than done, right? But it's not about turning your 9 to 5 into a rave. Small changes, people. Try working from a different location. Coffee shop, library, park bench. Change it up. Even something as simple as using a fun timer instead of your phone can make a difference. Novelty keeps your brain engaged. And when you're engaged, time flies by. Alright, next up we're talking about something called the Eisenhower Matrix. Sounds intimidating, right? Like some kind of top secret spy code? Don't worry, it's way simpler than it sounds. Think of it like this. Imagine a giant whiteboard. Actually, scratch that. Imagine your brain is the whiteboard, right? And it's covered in sticky notes. Each sticky note is a task, a deadline, a chore, whatever. Just chaos. That's how most of us live our lives, right? The Eisenhower Matrix helps you take all those sticky notes, organize them, and actually get shit done. It's all about prioritizing based on 2 things: urgency and importance. Urgent and important stuff? Do those now, no excuses. Important but not urgent? Schedule it in. Give it a time and a place. This is where your calendar becomes your best friend, people. Urgent but not important? Delegate it. Get someone else to do it. And if something is neither urgent nor important, trash it, delete it, get it out of there. This system is so effective that studies have shown it can boost your productivity by like 40%. 40%! That's like finding an extra day in the week. Okay, I'm gonna level with you here. I used to think goal setting was total BS. Like, yeah, sure, I want to be a millionaire, travel the world, whatever. Who doesn't? But actually writing down my goals seemed kinda pointless. Turns out I was wrong. Dead wrong. Studies at Harvard have shown that people who write down their goals are 42% more likely to achieve them. 42%? That's huge. But there's a catch. You can't just scribble down "be awesome" and call it a day. You gotta get smart about it. Literally. SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Think of it like this. Instead of "be awesome," your goal becomes launch a successful YouTube channel with 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. See the difference? It's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable, hopefully, it's relevant to your life, and it has a deadline. Now pair that with a technique called time blocking, basically scheduling out your day in chunks, and you're unstoppable. Elon Musk swears by this, by the way. He plans his day in 5-minute increments. You don't have to be that extreme, but you get the idea. Planning and goal setting, it's not just for overachievers anymore, it's for anyone who wants to actually, get things done. Alright, let's be honest, how many of you are trying to work with like a million tabs open, your phone blowing up, and Netflix whispering sweet nothings in the background? Yeah, me too, it's the curse of the modern age, right? Constant distractions. But here's the thing, our brains weren't built for multitasking. In fact, studies have shown that every time we switch our attention, we lose focus, and it takes time to get back on track. That's where deep work comes in. It's all about eliminating distractions and giving your full, undivided attention to one task at a time. And it's insanely effective. We're talking like 70% increase in output effective. 70%. That's like adding another you to your workday. So, how do we achieve this mythical deep work state? First, you gotta create a distraction-free environment. Turn off your phone, close those extra tabs, maybe even tell your roommates to leave you alone for a while. Then set a timer. Start with something manageable, like 30 minutes, and gradually work your way up to longer stretches. 90 minutes is the sweet spot, according to the experts. Finally, use technology to your advantage. There are tons of apps out there, Freedom, Forest, whatever, that can block distracting websites and apps for set periods of time. Trust me, your brain will thank you for it. Chapter 5. Task batching, the one-trick pony of productivity. Ever feel like your brain is a web browser with like a million tabs open all struggling to load at the same time? Yeah, that's called context switching, and it's killing your productivity. See, every time you jump from one task to another, writing an email, then answering a text, then editing a presentation, your brain has to reorient itself. It's like trying to run a marathon in flip-flops. Task batching is like trading those flip-flops for a pair of high-performance running shoes. It's about grouping similar tasks together and knocking them out in one go. For example, instead of checking email constantly throughout the day, dedicate 2 specific blocks of time, say 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. to clear out your inbox. Same goes for phone calls, social media, errands, whatever. Research at Stanford has shown that task batching can reduce the amount of time it takes to complete your work by up to 20%. That's like getting an extra hour back in your day. And the best part? Once you've finished a batch, you can forget about it and move on to the next thing, without that nagging feeling that you're forgetting something. Chapter 6: Breaks, the secret weapon your brain doesn't want you to know about. Alright, I know what you're thinking. Breaks? But I'm trying to get stuff done, Casey. Breaks are for, well, for people who aren't trying to conquer the world. Here's the thing, your brain is like a muscle. If you work it too hard for too long, it gets tired, burned out. And a burned out brain is about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. Breaks aren't just about relaxing, they're about giving your brain a chance to recharge and come back stronger. Think of it like hitting the save button on a really important document. One of the most effective techniques is the Pomodoro Technique. It's simple. 25 minutes of focused work, followed by a 5-minute break. Repeat 4 times, then take a longer break, like 15 to 20 minutes. This system works because it aligns with your brain's natural ultradian rhythms, basically its natural cycles of high and low energy. Even NASA swears by the power of breaks. They found that pilots who took planned naps were 34% more alert and performed 54% better on their tasks. So the next time you feel guilty about taking a break, remember you're not being lazy, you're being strategic. You're giving your brain the fuel it needs to perform at its best. Chapter 7: The 2-Minute Rule. Slaying procrastination dragons, one tiny task at a time. Let's talk about procrastination. We've all been there, right? That looming deadline, that growing to-do list, that little voice in your head whispering, "You can do it later." Procrastination is the enemy of productivity. It's a time-sucking monster that feeds on our fear and indecision. But fear not, my friends, because I'm about to hand you the weapon to slay this beast once and for all: the 2-minute rule. This rule, made famous by productivity guru David Allen, is deceptively simple. If a task takes less than 2 minutes to complete, do it now. Don't put it off. Don't add it to your to-do list. Don't even think about it. Just do it. Answer that email, send that text, put away those clothes, whatever. These tiny tasks might seem insignificant, but they have a way of piling up and creating a mountain of overwhelm. The 2-minute rule helps you stay on top of these small tasks before they have a chance to snowball. It's like clearing out your mental inbox, freeing up space for the bigger, more important stuff. So, there you have it, 7 science-backed hacks to help you master your time, crush your goals, and finally escape the overwhelm. Remember what we talked about at the beginning? Time is an illusion. Your brain is constantly being tricked by its surroundings. That's why deadlines work, right? Suddenly time speeds up. Well, these hacks, they're like deadlines for your productivity. They force your brain to focus, to prioritize, to get things done. If you want to dive deeper into this stuff, and trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg, I highly recommend checking out 2 books. Atomic Habits by James Clear and Deep Work by Cal Newport. Links are down below.